G'day viewers, how are you? The end of another week. Time for Totally Fucked Up Friday. Congratulations to you. We've made it through another week. How did the week treat you? There was certainly a lot happening this week. This week I was mostly, I will have to admit, in recovery mode after VidCon was on in Melbourne, and I might have overdid it a little bit, and my aged body may have felt the effects for a couple of days, and I think I had a cold as well. If I sound slightly husky, that's what's going on there. But I have been paying attention to what's happening in the world, even if I haven't been making many videos for the last week or so, and it has been quite the week. It has been very interesting to see the ups and downs for white supremacist Steve Bannon, and what a poster child he is for the genetic superiority of the white race. He's had his ups and downs this week. He had both ups and downs with the New Yorker, in that they announced for the New Yorker Festival they were going to have a major event with Steve Bannon, interviewing him on stage, and they appeared to be surprised when a significant number of high-profile people who were booked for other events in the New Yorker Festival went, I am not going to be on the same fucking platform as that fucking Hitler-worshipping, race-baiting, white supremacist scumfuck. And the people at the New Yorker were like, really? Really? But honest, we were going to ask him tough questions. And they were like, we are not going to be on the same platform as this execrable pile of human feces in a very ill-fitting skin suit. And so then the New Yorker went, okay, seeing as literally everyone else we invited said they're not showing up if this piece of shit's there, we'll kind of not have him anymore. And that appeared to be a shock to a lot of people. Oh no, you've been shouted down by the mob. And this thoroughly fucking gets me. When someone whose central message is fucking ethnic cleansing, and we should have a white ethno-state, we should get rid of everyone who doesn't fit my narrow agenda of what a decent person is, when people say they don't want to be associated with sick fucking filth like that, it's like, oh, it's mob rule. It's like, no, it's not that Bannon's freedom of speech is being impeded. He can still say whatever else he wants. It's just a bunch of other people used their freedom of speech to go, he's fucking filth, and I will not even by association be linked to him. So fuck it. If you're having him, you're not having me. And the thing that does my head in the most is the undoubtedly intelligent people who run the New Yorker were so blinkered and so in their own little bubble of, I'm an intelligent person and I know what's on with the world and I want to debate ideas. They don't get that Bannon is so fucking offensive and so fucking disgusting, and the very nature of what he says literally threatens the lives of people, that some people don't want to be associated with that. It's like, oh, really? It's just because he regurgitates third-rate fucking Hitler fan fiction that you don't want to be associated with him. I'm so confused. I never realised that other people wouldn't want to be tainted by this piece of fucking filth. And this ridiculous line that gets circulated repeatedly, ooh, you should go in the marketplace of ideas and you should debate it. And the same fucking people who say that literally say the only reason the Nazis exterminated millions of Jews is the Jews didn't present their case compellingly enough. This shit is so fucking stupid. It seriously does my head in. And while Bannon may have had ups and downs with the New Yorker, he had only ups with Australia's ABC. He was interviewed and put there, and people are going, the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you giving this guy a platform? Like, well, you know, are you so scared of his ideas they can't be debated? It's like, he is literally not going to say anything new. If you want to deconstruct his lies, propaganda, and hate, you don't have to validate him by giving him a major platform, because the motherfucker is not going to say anything new. And you stupid fucking pricks in the establishment media who go, well, we need to hear the voices. No, you stupid pricks, you're being played by this fucking scum. They don't go for a level playing field. They're not going to agree to your rules of engagement and allow marginalised people to have a voice. They are literally advocating for the extermination of marginalised people. And you go, we should probably hear what the Nazis want to say this week, in case they say anything different to everything they've said every other. And they're not. They are not saying anything new. If you want to point out why the arguments of a white supremacist, a white nationalist, a fucking neo-Nazi are bad, you don't need to validate them and give them a platform, because they are not going to say anything new. And when you look at the comments on the ABC website around the interview with Bannon, it's all like, well, he really put it out there, didn't he? He told the truth. We're finally seeing we have concrete evidence that when you do not give this filth a fucking platform, they lose their ability to influence young, impressionable minds. I see comments from fucking kids who say things about kill the Jews and feminism is cancer because these right-wingers joke about it, and the kids don't have the filter to see the joke. They just repeat it literally, and you give these pieces of shit a platform. That's all they want. It's not, fuck you and your journalistic standards and I'm going to ask them tough questions. That doesn't fucking matter. When you give them a platform, you validate them. To their horrific fucking legions, you have just said their point of view is valid, and you've invigorated them. You shut these fuckers down by deplatforming. The whole sort of, oh, but you've got to hear what they say. We know what they say, okay? They never say anything new. They say the same shit over and over. And you fucking idiots in your fucking ivory towers talking about your journalistic standards, you're being played for the fucking suckers you are. And you just think, well, but we've got to debate ideas, because to you, the ideas don't threaten your fucking lives. Look, I'm a straight white man. I'm not directly threatened by these ideologies. These ideologies empower me. It's just that I fucking care what they do to other fucking people. And you idiots who sit there and go, we should debate. These scum aren't debating. They are recruiting. They are whipping up hate. And every time you give them a platform, you empower them. You validate them. You amplify their message. You fucking morons. It does my head in that people I like and respect go, well, we've got to give them a chance to state their view, and then we can debate them. The debate isn't important. When you give them a platform, you are saying their fucking regurgitated Nazi ideology is valid. You idiots, you're being played. How have you not caught onto this yet? I cannot comprehend how you cannot see what they're doing, and yet it keeps going on. And for all these people complaining about, oh, Bannon getting disinvited to the New Yorker Festival, it's mob rule. I am all for the fucking mob if what the mob is saying is, let's not give Nazis a platform. And the people go with this ridiculous, like, oh, and when they came for these people, I didn't speak up because look, The Nazis are never going to speak up for you, okay? They are not agreeing to rules of engagement. They are about fucking you over and fucking everyone over. And you're playing their game, you fucking suckers. It does my head in so much. Oh my God, I want to talk about something later. Like, namely, how Donald Trump is probably imploding as we speak. And yes, look, literally, that's been the case right through from the election campaign to the scary times of him actually being president. But when an anonymous opinion column was printed in the New York Times this week, someone saying, I'm a member of the resistance within the Trump administration. Someone saying they're in the Trump administration, but they and others are trying to stop the more extreme and unbalanced aspects of Trump and his whims and whatnot. To which I say, go fuck yourself, you self-glorifying piece of shit. I mean, the whole thing is very weird. I mean, because there are so many things we don't know. I mean, honestly, Trump could literally be part of this, because from a certain perspective, it plays into Trump's narrative. The deep state is out to get him. Oh, all these terrible snakes in the swamp are out to get him. I don't really think he's in on it, because I don't think he's that smart. But then there was the fun thing that a key word in it, lodestar, people pointed out Vice President Pence had used that word repeatedly in speeches and columns he'd written. I don't think it's Pence either. I do think the person is a piece of shit who sees what's going to happen, the almost inevitable criminal indictments, and this is their little bit like, oh no, I wasn't part of it. Honestly, I was fighting it from the inside. Fuck you, man. If you are on the inside, if you are part of the administration, it means you basically support the shit that Trump's been doing. Maybe not the most out there weird behavior of his, but you support the shitty fucking policies. And so you aren't a hero. You're a piece of shit. You're part of the problem. Fuck you. And I, hope Trump finds you and charges you with treason, like that weird fucking tweet in the early treason? Question mark? Oh, it is really a weird fucking world when the leader of the most powerful government, the most powerful military in the world, just finds new ways to seem totally unhinged. I mean, I sleep really well at night with all this shit. Oh my God. So, and look, why don't I round up with Australian politics? I do occasionally get people say, why are you talking about the American president? You're not American. Like America doesn't affect the rest of the world? That is such a stupid thing. But hey, Trump supporters are stupid people, so why not? But in Australia, like our new Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, who's a member of an evangelical church who preaches, pray to Jesus and you'll be rich. Which, just look, incidentally, as someone who went to Catholic school and grew up with the Bible, that is literally the opposite of the New Testament and the words of Jesus. The words of Jesus are, it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of the needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. So the Scummo and his evangelical church preaching, oh, pray to Jesus hard enough and you'll be super rich. They're very lucky that the Bible is complete fiction and Jesus doesn't exist. Because if it did, their message would literally be leading their entire congregation straight to hell, which I find amusing. I mean, okay, I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm right, so everything they say and preach is utterly irrelevant. But as a fallback position, if the Bible was real, if Jesus was real, and all that teaching was real, Scummo and all the evangelicals would be going to the darkest corner of hell. Hey, maybe I'm going to hell too, but I don't think I'm going to be in the worst bit of hell. I'm going to be in the bit where I'll still be able to look down and go, oh, there's those fuckos who preached under the guise of being the voice of Jesus the exact opposite of Jesus' message. I just never believed in Jesus. So I'm in a toasty part of hell, but they're seriously getting red hot pokers shoved up their ass on the regular. And that to me, that's why it's a a no-lose proposition to me with the non-belief. But hey, you know, he's saying, and this guy, like, he's literally been saying this week, because parts of Australia in the grip of drought, some places are in one of the, you know, worst droughts in memory, which is saying something, because several times over the course of my life we've had worst droughts in memory, and the current one in New South Wales particularly is quite bad. And Scummo is actually saying we should pray. That's his solution. Ignore climate change, ignore policies that could actually make agriculture sustainable. We should pray. If you believe in the power of prayer, you should pray for rain. And it's just like, wow, wow, wow. And they got upset, like, when a comedy show on the ABC, they said, oh, made fun of the Prime Minister's religious beliefs. Well, they didn't make fun of his beliefs as such. They made fun of his hypocrisy, namely that he's responsible for imprisoning children and torturing children and refugees. And that's, again, literally the opposite of the Bible. But, I mean, seriously, when he's saying his answer to the drought is to pray, I'm going to make fun of that shit, because that's fucking stupid. And even, like he says, like, he's talking about how we're going to deal with the drought. Barnaby Joyce from National, he goes, Barnaby Joyce, he's like my chief intelligence officer for the drought. To which I say, not falling for it, Scummo! That's too easy. Saying to one of the most stupid, hypocritical, weird motherfuckers in the parliament, calling him Chief Intelligence Officer? No, I see. That's a trap. It's an easy line. You're trying to make me go for the easy line. Not falling for it. Not falling for it. Oh, no. You don't get me that easy, Scummo. You seriously do not get me that easy. So what I'm going to do, while you're going, oh no, people are picking on my face. When you are doing shit like going on Twitter and marginalizing transgender kids, telling lies about health support systems for transgender kids, talking about how you'll fix the drought by praying, you are somewhere on a spectrum between stupid, evil, and totally fucked up, and you, motherfucker, are the scum of the earth.